Hello students, myself Snehal Sagre, and today we are going to see the next topic, that is industrial management, from the subject Industrial and Technology Management. In this, we will see out the concept of industrial management. Nextly, we will see out its objective. Next, process of need to implement industrial management, and lastly, the applications required as per the process of implementation. At the last of this video, you could be able to define what is industrial management. Nextly, you could be able to state out what is its need of implementing industrial management. And at the last, you could apply up its process, or we can say the function of process of implementing each of the applications as per the state of classification of industrial management. Industrial management. It is a combination of two words, industrial and management. So let us see first industrial. Now, as we know, industrial term is well familiar referring to industry. So industry we can define as the application of complex and sophisticated methods to the production of economic goods and services, while as the complex and sophisticated method refer to the use of machines which improve the quality and quantity of the production. On the other hand, let us see the management. What does the management is, or what it focuses to? It means planning, organizing, coordinating, controlling, motivating, and also directing various activities in an organization. According to Oliver Sheldon, the term management is commonly used to cover the formation of policy, its execution, and also the designing of the organizations and its employment. However, simply we can define it as management is a process used to accomplish organizational goals. Industrial management. It is concerned with the design, improvement, and implementation of integrated systems of the people, material, information, equipment, and the energy. It draws upon specialized knowledge and the skills in the mathematical, physical, and the social sciences together with the principles and the methods of engineering analysis and design to specify, predict, and evaluate the results to be obtained from such systems. Next, we will see out is the objectives of industrial management. So, starting up with the objective, firstly is seen as manufacturing cost. Next, machinery and the equipment. Then the materials and manpower, which will be associated nextly with manufacturing services with implementing product quality and followed by manufacturing schedule. So these are all the objectives of industrial management. So let us see the objectives. Firstly, starting with the manufacturing cost. What is the manufacturing cost? The unit cost of the product, which is estimated carefully, and every effort should be made to stick to the cost standards, as it also sees out with the increase in volume of production and also reduction in the variable cost. So this way we could see is manufacturing cost plays an important role. After manufacturing cost, we could see up the machinery and the equipment. So in machinery and equipment, we could have to start up with the selection and the acquisition of the machinery, and it could be a equipment according to the production process allotted. Utilization of machinery and the equipment could be done according to the acquisition. Next, materials. Now, in the terms of material, we have to go for units, rupee value, and the space requirements. The type of inventories are raw materials, work in progress, and the finished goods. Next is manpower. It is closely aligned with the objectives of selection, placement, training, rewarding, and the utilization of the manpower. Usually, these objectives are considered in the terms of employee turnover, rates, safety measurements, industrial relations, and absenteeism, etc. As we know, the core factor is manpower. So you could see here how many objectives we have to focus on when we are going through the criteria, that is the manpower. Next is manufacturing services. It directly affects the utilization of inputs such as men, machines, and the material. So, in short, we can associate manufacturing services standing up with three M's, that is, men, machine, and material. It too considers to deal with manufacturer quality product on schedule at lowest possible cost within maximum asset turnover to achieve consumer satisfaction. Nextly is the product quality. The product quality standards are often established by the product specifications, which is defined as per the application stated out with the process. A proper balance must be maintained between the quality and the time schedule. And the last we could see is the manufacturing schedule. It includes not only the shipment alone, but also the subsystems like operating cycle time, inventory turnover rate, machine utilization rate, direct and indirect man-hours per unit, capacity utilization, machine and labor idle time. The setup and repair is also been included out in the manufacturing schedule. The time schedule objective directly affects up the cost, quality, and the goodwill of the business in terms of regularity of the shipment. So, here we could conclude up with the objectives and see out the manufacturing schedule plays an important role with respect to the objective. Now, after objectives, we could see why there is need to implement industrial management. So let us begin. The biggest purpose of the industrial management is to ensure maximum output with the minimum cost of production. So this is your first business strategy to be implemented with respect to industrial management for any kind of application. Coordinating activities of the individuals within organization towards the common purpose. Goods are produced and delivered on the promised date. Report deviations in the production process should be considered time to time. Next, proper accounting should be done, prevent wastages and the losses. Quality of products should be maintained throughout. Optimum utilization of capacity of plant and machinery could be seen, and to promote innovation time to time, to ensure all the activities within the organization are functionally properly controlled. Applications. Now, industrial management is essentially comprised of planning, organizing, and controlling of functions of the organization. So, firstly, planning function. In planning function, it comprises of product selection and design. Nextly is the process selection and the planning execution. Next is facility location. After the location, facility layout should be done with material handling, and capacity planning could be executing with respect to forecasting and production planning. After the planning function, the application continues with organizing function. So in organizing function, we have to focus on the job and the work design should which should be executed. Lastly is the controlling function. Controlling functions includes a production control with respect to inventory control, which should be governed under the quality control, and maintenance if in case required up for the respective controlling function, or we can say if necessary we can go for replacement as well. And at the last we have to control up the cost overall associated with all the functions.